What's up, YouTube? This is the second time I'm recording this thing. Because the first time I recorded it, I stupidly deleted the video thinking that when I uploaded it to YouTube, as it's uploading, the file's there, right? No. Gone. Where do you think it's uploading from, dummy? Anyway, I wanted to talk about briefly the best advice I've ever gotten from somebody on YouTube. And I think it applies to all social media, which is the idea, and it's also something I have an issue with. I'll talk about that in a second. Sorry, I just hit the fucking table, so if you heard that, my bad. But yeah, this idea of creating a series of something. I don't know how to describe what it is in the context that I want to use it, but just kind of like, let's say in a video you talk about one thing, and you make that the thing you start talking about for several videos. That is a series of videos. That is a kind of content. And on YouTube at the time, I was making compilation videos, and I was inspired by so many different channels. It's interesting because before I even created my channel, I was reaching out to other YouTubers that I admired and liked and was watching, at least in the space that I wanted to create content in, who had like tons of followers, hundreds of thousands. And I would just be like, hey, you got any advice for somebody coming up? And they were glad to give me some advice. And one of them told me that, to create a series. And they said, of course, other things. I can't remember. This was like 2016. And my email is gone. That email address is completely gone. It got hacked years ago. But moral of that point is it's interesting because to this day, even now, that still kind of applies. That logic of creating a series. And on Instagram, it's interesting. My account, ever since I got it back, because it got hacked like a few weeks ago, I don't think I have much time. My brother's going to come back. But ever since my page got hacked a few years ago, a few weeks ago, what the fuck am I talking about? Ever since my page got hacked a few weeks ago, basically my account's been growing. I had like initially like 600, 700 followers. Now I have like 2,000, which is crazy to me. And it's basically because of this idea of creating a series. Like whenever I talk about BTS in my videos, those videos go viral. It doesn't matter what I say about BTS, or not. I'm not saying anything negative, but like I can make a comedy sketch about BTS, it'll go viral. I can make, if it resonates with people, if it's funny. If I make a video talking about BTS and the Grammys and like their stance on it, and I'm defending them, justifying them because I agree with their stance, those videos were going viral. So like that's a series. But it's interesting to me, and the things that I have an issue with regards to that, the pros and cons of that, with people not following you for you necessarily, is basically this idea that I could talk about things that are also interesting to me in other areas of things, that apply to me as a human, not necessarily just outside of BTS. I could talk about, like, I can make funny sketches, but they don't have to do with BTS. I can make videos just giving updates on my acting career, share comedy bits that I record professionally, like funny things that I've done in the past, updates on acting things, personal life, and people wouldn't care, you know. And I have all these followers that are following me for this one thing, and it's interesting. It's not something that's bad that bothers me, but it's just like a lesson you kind of learn with social media, that it's like, in order to get people to support you doing anything, they have to actually like you, and they have to resonate with you, and they have to be following you for you. And building an audience based on that alone is really tough because you is very niche. People, when you're unknown, don't know who you are, so you got to make yourself known. And right now I'm kind of coming up in the acting world, writing comedy bits. I have like these couple of sketches that are kind of in the vein of Key Appeal that I'm trying to put out there. But until then, I just got to figure this thing out. But I just thought to share that. That's some of the best advice I ever got on social media. And like 10 years later, it applies to this day on any social media platform. So do as you will.